What's going on, YouTube? As of right now, I've got an error code on my truck. So let's go ahead, check this thing out here. And I'll show you if it wants to do it. Thank you for beeping at me. There you can see I've got my light on right there. And if we watch my RPMs over here, if it will do it, I will show you what's going on. Well, first off, I've got this error code down here. It's a 404 code, which is EGR valve, which, if you don't know what that is, that's exhaust gas recirculation valve. And what it does is it takes like nitrogen and unburnt fuel out of the gas, or out of the exhaust, that is, and puts it right back into the air intake so that it can re-burn when it goes back into the cylinders. Well, it doesn't want to do it. We're not exactly warmed up. This is the first start of the day. But I was watching a YouTube video, and a guy said here was a good example of it, the problem taking place, and that would be these RPMs over here. As you can see right now, I'm holding about, 6,500 RPM. And but the weird thing is, out of nowhere, it will drop all the way down to about 50 RPM, according to this tachometer. And that's just a little weird. You can see it dropping a little bit. I'll show you here in a second one way to find what kind of error code you have. You should be idling down here in just 1 second. I hate to cut my videos, so we're just going to sit here and listen to me ramble. Come on there, buddy. Do your thing. We'll pause for a second, I believe. Alright, it doesn't really look like it wants to come down. I just remembered something, though. One of the nice little tips that I heard, I don't know if this is going to do anything or not, but I did put high-octane gas in here yesterday. That's why the gas gauge is so low, because that stuff costs a lot of money, and I've got not as many gallons as I normally get. But that was one thing that people were saying on multiple videos I was watching, that with a 5.7 Hemi, which is in this, it's Dodge Ram, you want to run high octane gas. I've never done that. I've run the lowest octane gas you can get because I'm cheap. But maybe that did something to help me out a little bit there. Either way, we're replacing the EGR. So let me go ahead, we'll kill this thing, and let me show you what I did to figure this out. I have an OBD2 scan reader, and for some reason it doesn't work on this truck, so I don't know if it's just new enough that it doesn't work. I know it worked great on my 01, this is an 06, but if you put the key in, right, like that, and you turn it to the on position, not start, but on, and you do that 3 times, 1, 2, 3, you can see, got a 1521 error code. There's, oh, my 406. I thought it was a 404. And that's it. So it'll tell you what your error codes are on certain vehicles if you do that. So with this one, I'm pretty sure the 406, maybe I confused that. I thought it was a 404 code, but maybe I'm confusing it with a 406. So let's hop up front and let's replace this EGR valve. Alright, I just looked up in my big book here, my printout. Got the 404 code, which is EGR sensor reported position makes no sense. I have a 406, which is EGR position sensor voltage wrong. So hopefully it's just a bad EGR valve and nothing to do with the wiring. So let's replace this thing and see if it helps. Alrighty, here we are in the engine bay, and step 1, you need to find the EGR sensor. That's pretty easy. Mine's right here. You can see the top of it, the electrical connections coming in. See, it's all wet down here because I sprayed it with penetrating oil. Here is the exhaust side right here coming out. This is the tube right here coming down 90s, goes into the EGR. It comes out and goes right into the engine block. So, step 1, see if I can get these bolts out, because from what I hear, these two right here tend to snap off in the unit, and they give you 2 brand new ones. So hopefully, if it does, I won't have to tap and die. So let's get into this thing, shall we? It's only 4 bolts. And this electrical clip. Alrighty, if you can see that right there, that hole going in, that's where it goes into the engine. Right here is where it goes into the EGR valve. I pulled that sucker out. It's right here. And got some carbon buildup on there, but nothing out of the ordinary, no leaks or anything, doesn't look like it. And yeah, not sure what was going on with this guy. So also it has this electrical clip on the top here, which is right here. It's got this red tab. You just slide that tab over and then you press down here and it comes right off. Figured I'd mention that. So, alright, that was easy enough. Let's go ahead. In the meantime, I'm going to disconnect my negative wire on my battery and let it sit for a little while so it can reset the codes. Hopefully, the code will not come back, but let's get this replaced. One other cool thing is the gasket that comes with it actually holds the bolts in. So you screw the bolts right into the gasket and it holds the bolts on for you. So, hopefully, no dropping bolts. So, alright, well, let's get this thing done, shall we? Alrighty, there we go. Nice shiny parts on there. Looking great. Oh, by the way, this clip is kind of a pain in the butt. So if you have to replace one of these, that's it. Just slides that far to the right. Got a push down tab right here. Shake it a little bit, and it pops right off. Right off. Good. We need that on for right now. Alright. Alrighty. Well, that's done. I'm waiting for... I unplugged my negative side of my battery. I've got my ratchet there holding it away from the terminal so it doesn't just go back over and press it. So let's wait for these codes to reset and let's see what happens. Alrighty, we're back inside the truck. EGR valve is replaced. Battery has been disconnected, so hopefully we're not going to get an error code. But let's find out together, shall we? Hey, tell the battery was reset. No ding, that's good. No error code. Oh man, I don't have my seatbelt on. Might be my imagination, but it kind of, and it shouldn't even be make an effect here yet, because I don't think EGR valve even kicks in until you're using the gas. But it already feels, and again, it's probably in my head, but it feels like it's actually idling just a little bit better. And like I said, I'm pretty sure the EGR valve doesn't open until you actually start hitting the gas. So, there's a drop in RPMs. But, no check engine light. Gross. It's the only problem with working on your truck. Your hands get all filthy and everything. Use rubber gloves when you work on your vehicle. I never have them. I always forget. Alright, let's kill this. Try another start. That's good. Let it idle down a little bit and we'll try one more time. I believe it's usually 3 starts. But again, like I said, I'm pretty sure the EGR doesn't start working until later, so I might have to drive it around. It did say in the directions, the only directions that came with it, I believe they said that for about the first 15 minutes of driving it after you replace your EGR, you can or may experience a rough idle and rough ride. So just take that into account as well. I read that somewhere. I don't know, this thing seems to be holding pretty decent. You can see the fluctuation on the RPMs there. That might be something else though. Like I said, I just saw that in that one YouTube video. Alright, let's kill this and go one more time and see if it gives me an error. God, I love that exhaust. And nothing yet, so alright, well, I'm gonna call that a win. Like I said, I gotta go drive it around a little bit and do stuff, so I gotta make some errands here in a minute, so I'm gonna go drive it around, see if we get a different result, see if the check engine light comes back. It probably should come back, because there was that, what was it, 1521 code, or whatever that first one was, so that may come back, but we're gonna see if that 406 comes back, because that's the EGR code that I was getting. But I'm calling that a win. So awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, checking out what's going on with my truck. And if you have any similar problems like this and you need to get it done, by all means, jump into it. That was a $40 EGR valve. I think it was 38 or some change or something like that. And I guarantee if you take it to a garage, that's going to cost you, what did I pay? $43.76 for this EGR valve for my Dodge. And if you take it to a garage, you're looking at $100 minimum of labor at the very least. Probably more like 120. I believe that's the going rate for a mechanic right now, about 120 bucks an hour. So you are going to be paying well over how much it is just to put that thing in. So if you, like I said, it was 4 bolts and 1 electrical connector. Really simple stuff there. But yeah, so if you remotely think about, yeah, maybe I should do that, just go on YouTube, look up, I mean, I looked up 06 5.7 liter Hemi EGR valve, and there were like 40 videos about it. So people really just pop up videos about stuff. So if you have a problem that you need help with, just look it up on YouTube. That's a godsend. I wish that stuff would have been around when I first started working on vehicles. I wouldn't have broken a lot of parts. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble at this point. I got some stuff to get done, so I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully this helped you out any. Like I said, thanks for hanging out with me. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, that like, share, favorite, all that stuff. As always, go into the comments section down below. Make sure you leave a comment, not just for me, but for everybody else to see that you were here. And make sure you go into the comments section and do the same as everybody else. And go subscribe to a bunch of those people if you haven't already. Find somebody new that you didn't know and start following them on YouTube. Check out what they've got going on. Probably way better videos than me. If you want to give me any kind of kickbacks, you can do that just by clicking that Amazon link down below. That'll give me, that'll take you to a search for Master Blend, what I grow my super hot peppers with, and yeah, they will give me credit for driving them traffic. They give me kickbacks on the backside when you order stuff. I always appreciate that for everybody that's done that. I keep forgetting to mention that. Everybody that has done that, thank you so much. That's so awesome. Also, got all kind of videos coming out, my growing videos coming out very shortly, every week, other stuff in between. So yeah, there's got to be something there for you. So thanks for hanging out with me, and yeah, that's about it. So I'll catch y'all in the next video. Oh yeah, by the way, I got an Instagram. Don't really know how to use it, but it's there, just in case you felt like checking it out. You can check out a cute picture of my puppy. Anyway, that's it for me. Hey, look, you can see my hand. Alright, I'm out of here. Later. Whew, nice. RPM seem to be slower than the engine. Sounds a little better. Alright, I'm actually out of here. Later.